What is the church? So we talked about this embassy thing, or it's like an outpost. I used that, and it wasn't my idea, but the battleship thing. There's another illustration, which is the church is a hospital. It's a hospital. It's for sick people. Funny thing about the church is it's sick people that are trying to help you. The leaders are sick. The people are sick. We all have this terminal illness thing, but the Holy Spirit's here helping this hospital function and flourish. But a mixed metaphor. I know one person that knows what a mixed metaphor is. How many people know what a mixed metaphor is? All right, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Mixed metaphor is a sentence usually combining one or two or more metaphors to describe something. Right? So, take a flying hike. That's a metaphor, mixed metaphor. Take a flying hike. A politically correct and more political one would be, I found this online. So now what we are dealing with is the rubber meeting the road, and instead of biting the bullet on these issues, we just want to punt. Okay, there's a mixed metaphor. In that book I was reading, he talks about how the church is like a mixed metaphor, and it really is. How the Bible describes the church is a mixed metaphor. If we focus too much on one dimension of what the church is, we get to be a little lopsided. We need a robust understanding of what the church is, okay? Listen to just some of the New Testament descriptions of the church. It talks about the church as a body, a flock of sheep, like branches of a vine, like a bride, like a temple, like a building, like a people group, like exiles, like a holy nation, like a royal priesthood, like salt of the earth, the Israel of God, the elect lady, and on and on and on and on and on. The church is a lot of, it's a giant mixed metaphor, right? So, churches are God's embassies on earth. That is so, really so cool. And when we grasp that. When Jesus told Peter in Matthew chapter 16, he said to Peter, "And I tell you, you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven, and whatever you bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven." He didn't just mean Peter. He meant the church. He gave the keys of the authority of the kingdom of heaven to the church. I don't think I would want that kind of authority or power or accountability by myself, right? And he gave it to the church. And so we talk about where 2 or 3 are gathered, there Jesus is. And that's what Jesus was, that's the point, is when we are exercising judgment as a church, we have that authority to exercise judgment on matters. Because why? We are his representatives on earth right now. It's a big, big deal, and that's why we choose a church very, very carefully. A church is like a giant mixed metaphor, but right now I'm loving the outpost or embassy one. So who is the church? All Jesus professing believers. What is the church? A giant mixed metaphor. It's a flock. It's a body of believers. It's professors who gather locally and exercise kingdom authority on earth.